But the Trump administration insists on padding the pockets of big oil while small coastal towns bear all the risks that something will go wrong. The local towns bear the risk of a devastating oil spill. The local towns bear the risk of climate change impacts, including increased coastal habitat destruction, fisheries threatened by ocean acidification and rising sea levels. President Trump and this Republican Congress want to bury their heads in the sand or bury their heads under big piles of big oil money. But the reality is this: climate change is happening. The evidence is all around us, and the consequences worsen with every single day of inaction.
Plan grandly, not let's just see how little I can do, and then on the other hand say to cities, certain communities, you have to pay 80% of the share, we'll pay 20, meaning that, and on top of taking away their state and local tax deduction, they're having a debilitating impact on infrastructure. Democrats, again, have a better, their plan would force Americans to pay higher tolls and fees, sell off critical public infrastructure to the whims of Wall Street, increase the burden of states and cities, ends vital worker environmental protections.
What you said was absolutely a fact, and apparently the former speaker took exception because what did she do?
Well, she came running over, crossing the floor, which is a breach of protocol. If she wanted to say something, she could have asked me if I would yield and she could speak, or she could have my words taken down, but there was nothing to take down. And she came up to me wagging her finger and saying that I was a liar, and I simply said, no, I do my research, I have my facts straight.
Leadership that knows the fearless strength of the American people. Leadership that believes in the innovative, get-it-done attitude of the American worker. Leadership that will stand up to big oil executives hell-bent on protecting their profits at our expense. Leadership that knows that our best days are ahead of us, but we have to fight for them. Leadership that will not ignore the challenges of climate change. Leadership that will not chain our economy to the fossil fuels of yesterday, and instead that will support the good-paying, clean energy jobs of tomorrow. And leadership that refuses to put our coastal families at risk of another devastating oil spill. The American people deserve leadership that doesn't work for big oil. The American people deserve leadership
facts that are now part of the record. Do you wish to change your testimony before the Senate Intelligence Committee on June 13, 2017, where you said, I have never met with or had any conversation with any Russians or any foreign officials? Let me jump to the final part. Well, I have no knowledge of any such conversations by anyone connected to the Trump campaign. Do you want to admit under oath that you did not tell the truth or misrepresent it, or do you want to correct your testimony right now?
You're referring to my testimony at confirmation?
Before the Senate Intelligence Committee, my time is short, and I have two more questions, please.
Well, I'm not able to respond because I don't think I understand what you were saying.
I'm asking your Intelligence Committee testimony. Do you want to change it where you indicated you had no knowledge of involvement of the Trump individuals involved in conversations regarding the Trump campaign Russians? And Mr. Miller supported Mr. Trump's press conference where he said, Russia, if you're listening, I hope you'll be able to find the 30,000 emails. Do you want to change your testimony that was where you said, I have no knowledge of any such conversations by anyone connected to the Trump campaign regarding Russians involved in the campaign? That was a testimony on June 13.
I'm not able to understand.
All right, let me move forward to the
Let me say this, Mr. Chairman. Could I...
The black identity, let me move to a document that you have prepared. The gentleman keeps saying he cannot recall, so I'm reclaiming my time.
The gentleman will suspend. The witness wants to answer the question she asked.
And I should be given extra time, and I do not have extra time. Let me move to the black identity.
The gentleman will suspend. The witness will answer the question.
Because he's the nominee for the party, and he's entitled to briefings from the CIA, for example. I said publicly, give him fake briefings. Pretend you're briefing him. Don't tell him anything.
But as a Republican nominee, isn't he entitled To get those briefings?
Give him fake briefings.
What does that even mean?
It means they'll tell him stuff. He won't know the difference.
You're basically telling the intelligence community to lie to him.
No, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, but I just don't have to tell you everything.